Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Lori Williams, and today I want to talk to you about how to know if your beliefs are actually authentically yours. So most of what you believe to be true about yourself and the world around you didn't actually come from you. It was taught to you until you begin to challenge your beliefs. So your beliefs, essentially, they shape your reality. But if they're learned through things like survival or conditioning, then they're not authentic to who you are. Um, and essentially, you can't create an authentic life with inherited beliefs. So these beliefs are stories that you have accepted as truth. Essentially, a belief is just something that you're told over and over and over again until you believe that it's true. But it's that, unfortunately, most of your beliefs were formed before you were even conscious enough to choose them, to actively choose them. You learned what to believe about things like love, your self-worth, money, success, and safety from, your parents and people around you in your family, from your culture, your religion, and unfortunately through trauma as well. So they're passed down to you. They're not actually decided by you. And then essentially to heal your beliefs is to start to question of like, okay, is this actually mine? Is this actually a belief that I feel is true today? So here are some signs that a belief isn't actually truly yours. So first and foremost, it's going to feel heavy. It's going to feel like, it's going to feel restrictive or fear-based. That's not a true and authentic belief of yours. It could sound like somebody else's voice. It could be your mother. It could be your father. It could be your second grade teacher, that telling you that you're not good enough or that you're not capable. Like, I can't do this. I shouldn't do this, or people aren't going to like me if I do this, those kinds of voices in your head. Essentially, if you continue to hold on to a belief that makes you feel disconnected from your own truth or keeps you playing small, it most likely isn't yours either. And the best way, and unfortunately the most uncomfortable way to know if a belief is truly yours or not, is when you challenge it, guilt and shame show up. And essentially that is the perfect way to tell that that belief has been taught to you through conditioning, and it's not actually your truth. So this is going to be typically around, like, if I stop overgiving to people, people love me because of what I give to them. If you change that belief into, I don't have to overgive and people will still love me, and you feel guilt and shame about not showing up and not overgiving to people, that has been given to you, a belief that you have obtained through your conditioning. So your next step is to, how do you identify what is truly your beliefs and what's not? Like I said, you can ask yourself the question of, is this actually true for me? You can ask yourself, like, what is it I actually think about this? Is, like, not what I've been taught to think, but what do I truly feel? Like, sit with it for a little bit. Notice in yourself what feels expansive versus what feels like it's like closing you off. When you sit with it, your truth will feel peaceful, even though it may feel uncomfortable. Don't take the discomfort as as a non-truth. Don't take the discomfort as non-truth. It's just uncomfortable because it's new. It doesn't mean that it's wrong for you. It's just new. So learned beliefs often feel urgent, fearful, and tied to what you can do for others or who you show up as for others. So to unlearn these beliefs and start to reclaim, liberate yourself and start to have your own beliefs, I just want to make sure that you understand too that it's not, you're not learning. Unlearning it isn't rejection. You are liberating yourself through the process, that you can honor where your beliefs came from, but also choose different ones that are serving you now. Even if you authentically chose a belief from 5 years ago and it served you 5 years ago, but it no longer serves you now, there's still no room for guilt and shame and judgment of yourself. You get to reprogram your subconscious, and, by asking yourself, is this belief supporting me for who I am becoming, or is it supporting who I used to be? This is always going to help you keep in that forward momentum of growth and moving forward. So growth means replacing borrowed truth with embodied wisdom. Your own internal wisdom, being able to listen to your intuition is going to bring out your own internal wisdom, and knowing that you can trust this wisdom. It's all part of reprogramming your beliefs to be based off your true and authentic self. So your beliefs are powerful, but they're only truly powerful if they belong to you. They're not powerful if they belong to somebody else. If you are just recreating or like reiterating somebody else's beliefs, you're not actually staying true to yourself, and they're not powerful for you. They're not going to be powerful for you. So the most freeing thing that you can do is like think for yourself, but also believe for yourself as well. It's not something that you have to change everything all in one day. Just start becoming a little bit more aware through the internal dialogue that's going on in your head of what's your voice versus what someone else's, or in conversation with friends and family, where somebody else's belief is expressed, and maybe you are just automatically jumping, oh yeah, I believe the same thing, without actually truly asking yourself, okay, do I actually believe that? Or am I just trying to fit in and, steer away from judgment or ridicule from the other person? It's all about the little steps. Changing one belief today will help you exponentially tomorrow in changing more. So just be focused on changing, and not even changing them, but evaluating them every single day, and stay consistent with it. And consistent action and small steps will lead to big transformation in your life and for your beliefs. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here next time.